What's up? What's the word?
How young is too young to have sex? Because 16-year-old rapper Yfg Fatso came out and said that he admitted that he was probably having sex a little too early. Didn't really know the ins and outs, the ABCs, the 1, 2, 3s, didn't dot all his I's and his T's. Ended up with a child before 16, and he said he lost his virginity at 13. Now, where we come from, I feel like it's normal for men or boys to lose their virginity at a young age. Even in the Bible days, people was
I
having
was about
sex.
to say, Mary probably was 15.
Yeah,
Okay,
married at 14.
people was having sex at a young age for women.
Like, she ain't had sex, though.
Huh?
Mary ain't had
She
sex.
ain't had sex. God just
They just
blessed
said,
her.
Yeah.
Dang, so when she did, I know birthing that baby was tough.
They said, pss, 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 pss.
Child. Okay, but yeah, so when
Pressure.
back on topic.
Pressure of the world, literally.
I'm
Pressure
birthing the
is
Messiah.
Crazy.
For real.
And you ain't nothing ever came out of there and went in there before.
Lord
It's crazy.
Jesus. She
I
lived.
just got chill. So is there ever an age where you're probably too young to have sex? In his situation, I feel like because he didn't even know that you could have a baby off. Like how do you have babies?
Oh, that's just
Where's
you
mama at?
know.
Where's people's at
He
for you to
literally
say
said,
that?
are we playing the clip? We not okay. So in the clip, he says like I didn't even know that my
Semen.
Right.
NUT could get a girl pregnant.
He just thought it was for fun and games.
He
huh?
just thought that just
confetti
what happened.
popping out. It's always one color. That's crazy.
The little toy in the Happy Meal. Where your people's at?
Is there a specific age though where you feel like you're too young to have sex?
Well, 13 is definitely too young.
Way
13.
What
too
if
young.
a woman gets her
That's still
menstrual at 13?
That's still too young. Like that's
Way
still,
too young.
think about like say if you had like a little sister, right? I don't know if y'all got like little brothers and sisters, right? Think about your younger sister or brother having sex at 13 years old. And me, I felt like I was grown, like older than how I felt, but having sex that young, looking at somebody that young, you be like, what the? That's like it's weird and creepy. It's like you not old enough for that. I still think my sister too young to be doing stuff like that. She 20.
I got a niece. My oldest niece is 16, and I don't want to think about it.
You hear and don't
You know
hear,
what I'm
right?
saying? Like, I don't want to hear about it.
Like, I don't know about that.
It's just what it is, though. Like, and she's at the age. But for me, I say, 13, 14. I don't want to say that's the age to start. But I feel like under that is crazy.
It's not unheard of because like
No, it's not.
13, 14 is what, 8th grade, going into high school?
Yeah, freshman year.
So you into boys and girls anyway?
Mm-hmm. People developing.
Y'all remember
Hormones.
when Lil Wayne talked about Reginae? How she came about, how him and Toya was together. And his
Yeah, because I think Toya was like 14. Right?
how
He
his
was like,
mama
what?
was like, y'all need to give me a grandbaby. And this is when he was
But his mama also told him to quit school.
yeah, but he said he lost his virginity at 11. You know what I'm saying?
But he
11 is crazy.
was around the hot boys. I think
He was around the hot boy. So
Yeah.
a lot of that is environment.
I heard what Birdman said. I like to. When in the, how they play with it. I said Wayne was right there. With
He was
him.
right there with him. So a lot of it is not just like your own understanding. A lot of it is your environment around you. Like unfortunately, it's situations where some of these kids is losing their virginity at a young age because somebody that's older than them did
Put
something
it on
to
them.
or taught them, groomed them.
Yeah.
It'd be people who put you in a room with a stripper, or not a stripper, but somebody they pay extra.
Yeah, like you got freaky uncles.
Uncles,
Ooh, I
yeah.
hate freaky.
Or
Wow.
you could just have a homie who 21 and they done got a bus or cluck or something in the garage. I done heard about
And that's
stuff like
crazy.
this.
Yeah.
Where
And
like
then got to pass and
the
the
guys
pass
got to go through.
Yeah. So
It's very unfortunate, and it messed with us when we grow up too.
Do you ever, I mean, how young were y'all? Were y'all like really young? You was real young, Larry?
Real young.
How old?
I ain't gonna talk about it on
You
here,
ain't- okay, you
me
ain't got
too.
to, but
but it was real young.
you was real young.
What about you, Chris?
real young.
Man, anybody gonna say the age?
Huh?
Anybody gonna say the age?
Real young.
I feel like
My
you was probably
age-
not that young.
Mine was probably kind of young. I was like 14.
That's pretty good.
I was young.
I'm gonna say pretty good, but I wish I was 14.
Oh,
Not say it like that, but I feel like I still don't know what it affect about my life from being so young, because I don't have no crazy fetishes or nothing like that. I got self-control, but I don't know, because he just, having these type of things happen to them one time and it'll be the end of their life, and they just become like horrible to women, or just horrible about sex, or just anything. They don't know how to initiate it. They don't know how to make a woman comfortable. I know who don't do foreplay for real. They don't know how.
That's
Oh
crazy.
my.
Like that. So
I heard
it's like
there's dudes out there that say they don't even like kissing.
They anti.
It's a lot of dudes that say
Yeah,
they
anti.
don't like kissing,
But-
they
but
don't like pleasuring
you-
a woman
Yeah,
in
if
other
you
ways.
if your first time having sex was in a garage to a crackhead or something like that, why would you like kissing?
You wouldn't even think
I'm
that
not
was something that
thinking
you want to go
kissing.
back and do
Yeah,
again.
Not and you think that's how it go. Just like this thought.
Right.
He didn't know what nut was. I'm sorry to say that word, but he didn't know what that was.
I don't know
You
if we can or can't say it, but that's
I've been saying cuss words, and I ain't never asked earlier if I could cuss.
we
on
can
here.
curse, but it's just certain words that they just like block.
Yeah, I don't
so
say certain
know.
stuff.
You're fine.
Certain stuff I don't say. One of the words I like a lot is the C word that white women use against each other.
When do you
Why do you like this word so much?
I like it because it's so stupid that they get so mad about it.
Yeah,
They get so mad about that word. I be like, really? Like that's
But the community, like the LGBTQ community, it's a good word.
Yeah, you can't be.
yeah,
I feel
yeah,
like,
that's
I feel like
a
we
word
can
in
say
there.
it.
Huh?
Just like
I'm not
the
gonna
B
say it.
word
I
is a
feel like
good
we
word
can
in
say
there
it.
sometimes.
You said what?
I feel like we can say it. I'm not gonna say it though.
You know
We
what?
don't even have a reason to say it. He just liked the word.
Yeah, I just like the word. I like to. I
I
would
feel
love
you.
to use it in a public place and see if I get censored for it because it's like that don't mean nothing. Like
You know
y'all really
what
be
I'm
mad
saying?
about that.
What's interesting to me is like personally, like my parents didn't know I was having sex for real until like they really couldn't deny it. no
Me and
more.
my mama have not.
I've never
ever
talked to my
said
dad
anything
about
about
sex
women.
to this day.
None. I ain't never had the birds and the bees talk. None of that. And I got a daughter, so I'm kind of like the commercial when Dwayne Wade woke up in cold sweat. I don't even know if I'm prepared for that type of conversation when it comes. But the same way we look at how young is too young to have sex, to a lesser degree, is how young is too young to curse. How young is too young to drink alcohol? Because some people say my parents kept alcohol in the house. I drank wine. My parents' anniversary is New Year's Eve, so they always click champagne. It's just those rites of passages or those moments in your life. I can say from a personal standpoint, the first time I had sex, I didn't learn nothing from it. Like it didn't phase me. I'm just like, this is what people be like
My first time having sex was not good.
tripping about it. You don't learn nothing from it.
Terrible.
9 times out of 10, when you hear somebody say that, unless they've waited for a while, they say like it was whack. It was this is what people be going all up in arms about. It's the
I'll
times
wait,
after that
yeah.
when they go, oh,
think
oh,
I
You don't
do
know what
what
I
you're
did
doing.
it once and I waited a long time after to have it again because I was just like, this is not even worth
A
it.
lot of girls say that.
because the experience don't
Women say
translate.
that.
I think honestly, I feel like a good age to start doing stuff like that is around like 18.
You mean all the stuff he just
Like
said?
college, yeah.
No,
like,
'cause
I'm talking
I
about like
was-
having sex, like probably around 18.
I was going to
College
college
stuff.
when child. I just saw it. You know when you see yourself and it be like, dang, everybody finna know this. I mean,
Hey, go ahead.
We're here. Damn, my first time was in a garage.
Oh,
Larry is a
my
psychic
God.
or something. Like for real, you got crystal
It
ball
wasn't
on
no
here.
group there, nothing right. It
It
was
was
a regular.
so West Side. It
a
was
couch
not a
in there
group.
and
I
you
was
one
not.
person.
You
No,
know, people were not taking the
yo.
turns
Don't
on
reference
me.
my story.
No, it was not your story.
It was a sneak
Okay.
though.
It was, huh?
It was a sneak though. Like it was something that you had to kind of do.
It wasn't
Half a day.
a sneak. Yeah, it was something we had to do on the low.
Mm-hmm.
It was something that I felt like that was my first like boyfriend. Like, oh yeah, this is my boyfriend. And I was leaving off to college. It was a long summer.
That's cute.
No,
No, it was
American
cute
Pie
up
type of
until
shit.
we was
Right,
in a hot
right.
ass garage.
To the
because
garage.
I was not aware that we was supposed to be in a garage. Like,
You thought you was gonna go somewhere romantic like the
okay,
Sybaris.
put a little
The
flowers
Sybaris,
down.
play some music.
Put flowers down.
The Sybaris is next level crazy.
It was very high. It wasn't a lot of room. It was not good. So after that, even when I got to college, it took a minute for me to be like, yeah, I'm gonna go there with this person.
I think I figured it out as we were talking where it affected me. I liked it even more after I did.
Yo,
After your
Instead
first
of
one.
like what you said,
You
like
did?
I didn't
I
have that
did
thought.
not.
I kind of thought like after that, I was like thirsty a little bit. But it
some
was
more.
like it wasn't for a whole bunch of years or nothing. But it was like for that moment, that whole summer.
How much about sex did you know before you had your first time having sex? How much information and how much knowledge did you know? Because I didn't know nothing.
Outside of watching like Skinamax when I wasn't supposed to.
That's
be.
my point though.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't know that it actually went in somewhere
Right.
until I was led to do what I needed to do. Like the first time, like I remember like, whew, you saying the same thing. Now I'm thinking about I'm on this camera.
Okay,
Like-
you just said something.
You saying Lil Larry right
Yeah,
there.
like that. I'm gonna tell people something. But like it was a chick. was a little freaky little girl we used to hang out with when I was little, like
Little freaky look.
like
Freaky
little,
little
like
girl.
from 5 to probably like 10. And we used to just like kiss and stuff like that. And I remember one time, like, you know, we put ourselves on each other, but that was the furthest it had went for real because we didn't know what we was doing. And then a little later than that, I figured it out, and I was led by somebody who was older than me, and that's kind of how, you know, I found out how
What you
to do it. Still didn't know nothing about the N-word nut. I didn't know nothing about
You
that.
can't say the N word.
Yeah, exactly. Because I wanted to be like, but like, I ain't know nothing about my sexual organs or nothing like that, and I ain't really know much about theirs up until like I was 12, and by that time it was over with. I already had done it by this time, but by the time I was 12, 13, my mama made us go to this like it's like program thing at our school, and it was like they play basketball. They sold us on that, like y'all gonna play basketball, and we get in there, we play basketball. Then they had this random rapper nobody knows come and rap about condoms. Then they
Like
sent
dude
us
on
down.
Abbott Elementary.
I ain't never seen this episode, so now I gotta go see the
That's
episode.
instantly what I thought about. You gotta go watch
And they
it.
like, all right, everybody sit down real quick. We got a little surprise
You
for y'all.
have to watch it. Yeah.
And it's like 03, 02, something like that. All right, surprise, and I get blue instantly. Like, oh, B2K gonna be here. I got
B2K.
finna fight
Dog.
these over these girls. Like, God, 'cause they was the hottest them in Bow Wow. And I was so scared. It was gonna be one of them, but it was some whole other this Jamaican rapper dude who rapped about safe sex and condoms, and then they showed us like a board of like on a screen of like what can happen to you if you get STDs and the things that show on you and the mushrooms and stuff all over your body.
It ain't phase you at all.
Oh no, that phased me.
Oh, okay.
100%. After that, I mean, I still hear some people raw after that. But I mean, it was like,
Right. It ain't phase you. That's what I said.
It
That's what I
phased me
said.
enough that I had to make sure I knew. Like, I don't know how I've been blessed in my life to have never had an STD, and I've really been blessed. Like, I've done things I shouldn't have never did, and I still got away with it. And I feel like I have to preach the story of who kind of didn't get away with it, even though I did. I just be feeling like that you never gonna do what I did. Mm-hmm. It's like an NBA player telling me in high school, like you probably never be here.
I had a
You ain't gonna make it where I get.
This girl in my middle school, she was like kind of like the girl you was talking about. She was she was playing, like she was out here wilding, right? I was in middle school and this girl was wilding, like out here. So we had an assembly where they were trying to talk to us about safe sex in the gym, and they did like a role play situation where like they was talking about a scenario where somebody was hitting something, and somebody in the crowd yelled out her name in front of the whole school, and the girl started crying in the stands, right? So rather than to take her out of the room or something like that, the administrator for the assembly brought her down to the middle of the gym.
Fired.
Wait, this was in high school?
No, it's in middle school.
Whoa.
That's why we talking about the age of having sex. And they like, y'all should be... The lady thought she was doing her a service by saying like, y'all should be ashamed of y'allself. This is somebody, you know what I'm saying?
Why
like y'all
do you
classmates,
think
this and that. But
that's
you don't
like
realize
an
in
episode of Mean Girls.
the midst of it, and she holding on to it like this, like trying to hold it close. Like, bro, you amplifying what's going on right now.
She got a transfer.
That's another
She left.
reason.
She left the school. Yes.
Yeah.
She was out of there because that is like
You can't
a
come back.
traumatizing experience.
That's another reason why I chose not to have sex too early, because
Get
the
exposed.
way, like, you in high school,
Scarlet Letter.
like
Girls.
the way
Y'all got it bad.
boys talk about they
Y'all got it
encounters
bad.
with girls in high school was like brutal,
Mm-hmm.
and they didn't treat you right. There was no remorse. Like, kids are cruel. We were cruel. And I never wanted to be one. I just never wanted to be one
That
of
she
those
go
girls.
right
I was
there.
scared.
That she go.
I was scared.
Remember right there.
They gonna hear them say that.
Yeah, like,
Hey, your name Diamond, right?
They're looking at you.
Your name Diamond, right? Oh, okay. Cool.
okay, and then you're a young girl, so you really just think you getting this attention because they really like you type thing, and the whole
she
time
going.
it's like they just trying to see what's to you, and I hated it, but yeah.
Too young is too young, man.
Yeah,
Way too
especially, like,
young.
when the camera phone came out,
It was.
it got bad.
Yeah.
I'm glad like iPhone didn't come out till like
Because I don't think you're. I don't
end
think.
of my high school.
We talking Nextel.
I was
We
saying
talking about
when
Razors.
y'all was
no
in
Nokias.
school,
Yeah.
right?
We talking about when the
iPhone
flip
came out
phone
in like
just started
07,
flipping.
06.
Yeah, when it just started
but,
flipping.
But they
But
didn't
the
have
internet-
Nokias.
Y'all ain't really had internet like
had
that
video.
for real, right?
We did have internet.
But it wasn't. But it wasn't like everybody
What
was
you
on.
talking about? In high
Yeah,
school?
we used to have chat rooms.
Y'all was on MySpace. I'm talking about when
Yeah.
I was in high school. Like people was getting exposed left and right.
See, when you was in high school, y'all
Like,
could
that's
tell
when we had
y'all
you had the
y'all.
iPhone. You was on Instagram. You was on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Somebody posting a video.
I was
doing
chirping in high school.
something
That
crazy.
was
Around my
about it.
time, it was like
You
AOL
gotta type
chat.
in your phone,
It was-
in your pocket.
It was in your
5555
pocket.
666.
And whole time, all your homies didn't even have a phone.
Shit,
Yeah, like
I feel.
yeah. When I got my phone, my first time getting a phone, I was in 4th grade. I was the only person in my class.
I got
Who
my first
you
iPhone.
talking to?
I got my first
My
iPhone in high
daddy.
school.
Who you talking? If you
And
too
what?
young to have a phone in school, you too young to be having
You got
sex.
your first phone
That's
when?
how I feel
4th
about it.
grade.
If you too young where you can't get to yourself to wherever it is you trying to do the duet, if you too young to be figuring out how to get where you going to do the deed, you need to be not having sex.
Well,
I
I
agree
wasn't
with
having
that.
sex. My daddy bought me a phone because
I had a phone when I was
He just
probably
like
like
You made it sound like it's an ultimatum, like either give me the phone
I had a two-way though.
or it's going
I had
down.
a two-way when I was like 11. I had a two-way when I was like 12, 11 or 10 or something like that.
Sure.
do
I
everybody
had-
know what a 2A is?
Damn,
I don't know
I
the two-way is. I
two-way
ain't gonna lie
per
to you.
page of G. It's like one. The one I had got two. So I had one. Me and my brother had ones. They was like solid color, so you could get like blue, red, whatever. Mine was red, and you used to have like you could text people, but who text? So I wasn't really texting nobody. And I'll just be on there playing Snake or they have ringtones. You just go get ringtones and it'll be anything. And then I got the silver joint, the real one. Cause like my dad got a new one, so he was like, "Anybody want this?" Yeah, I do. I'm the technology guy at the crib, so yeah, give me that shit. Still had nobody to text, but I had one, and the ringtone sounded even better on there. I was like, "This." It was a Motorola joint.
got a better ringtone.
Imagine ringtones back then. You still couldn't buy song ringtones. You just had the beats.
Yeah,
See,
it was just
remember-
like, and it was like computerized. It wasn't like
So it
the
sound
real
real
beat.
techno, like
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's the time. That's the time when we used to do voicemails where you can put music on.
Oh, yeah.
voicemails, too.
I was,
Remind me of
I
something,
was slightly
Chris.
around for that.
Remind me of something real quick. No, you wasn't.
You okay?
Remind me of something real quick. So, bro said he had his first baby at what age? He said he started having sex at 13, but he has his first baby
16.
16.
That's not that crazy. I mean, it's bad.
That's not
Or
uncommon.
he is 16.
It's not uncommon
So I don't
either.
know if he was like
Imagine,
14 or 15.
how old were you when you had your
I was
baby?
30.
Okay. I was
I was
in my 32.
It's the way you pop
Imagine-
your shirt. Like, I'm
Cause
proud
I
of
was
that.
just
I'm
like,
proud of
yeah,
that.
shit. I ain't get
Dodged
caught
it.
up.
Imagine having a baby at 16 or 13.
Sheesh.
That's
You still got homework and shit.
that's like that's
Homework.
like
It's
half
crazy.
my
You know what I'm
life.
saying? Like you still got your shorts on under your pants.
You can't even drive. You still taking a bus.
You mean like
a
you
baby.
busty?
And girls all the time, you see them if they have babies or they're pregnant, they leaving school, right? They leaving school.
Yeah,
so
some
they
of them leave school, they can't.
and someone
do
can't come
both.
back.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yep, that's facts.
Go get your GED like Lil Wayne mama said. But yeah, this is a good conversation. Thank y'all for being so open. How y'all was.
Hey, what's up? What's the word?